All right, boys and girls, this is awesome. I just got special permission to do a little interview with the pilots in the cockpit. This is great. Hello there. Thank you so much for the ride. That was a great experience. And thank you for giving us permission to take a look in this amazing space.
Always. Welcome to our office.
Oh, wow. So please introduce yourselves.
My name is Morgan.
Morgan, good to see you. My name is Mr. Diederich.
This is Brandon.
Brandon, wow. Well, you guys are really good at your job. That was an incredible flight.
I appreciate it.
And what an amazing place to work. All this technology. I can't believe my eyes. What a treat that we actually get to experience this for a couple of minutes as a class. So Morgan, Brandon, tell us a little bit about your work. Why did you choose this job, and how did you prepare for such an incredible line of work?
Wow. Well, I think it's important to do something you love. I love technology. I love traveling. I like talking with people. And
wow.
You know, this job you kind of get to do it all. You get to see some cool places. It's one of those things you tried once and really liked it, so I just kept doing it.
All right.
It was tons of fun.
That is such a wonderful way of saying why you chose this line of work. That's cool.
Yeah.
And how about you, Brandon?
Yeah, absolutely. Being able to just do stuff with my hands, kind of feel like I made progress, have made something happen.
Yeah.
It feels good, like I accomplished something after every single flight, and that gives me satisfaction.
Okay,
and
that's
the
really
view's
cool.
pretty good too.
Oh yeah, the view is awesome. Yeah, my students and I, we've been enjoying the view since we took off from Ogdensburg.
Oh, good.
Okay, so then what does it take to actually enter this profession as a professional pilot?
You know, that is one of the things a lot of people, it seems like a mystery. No one knows how to start.
Yeah.
I feel like one of the best ways to do it is go to your local airport and you just ask. And there's usually a flight school, and you know, they know people need to get their start somewhere, and they'll tell you how it works, and they explain it takes, you know, a little bit of training, and and they'll explain how long it takes and stuff like that. But you know, there's instructors that teach you how to do it.
All right. Hey, that's really cool. So it sounds to me, well, I've got to be honest, it reminds me of how you become a teacher. The teaching profession is very, very community oriented, and there's a lot of networking that goes into being a teacher, becoming a teacher, preparing for the teaching profession. And so what you're suggesting is ask questions of pilots at your local airport.
Absolutely.
It's not a competition. We
just try to meet people that do this and find out what they did to get there.
We love when people come ask questions.
Yeah.
And we love to share it. I love.
Oh, that's amazing.
You know, we love talking to people.
So how many years of preparation or training did you have before you were able to be certified for flying this kind of an aircraft?
So you could ask, I think it's different depending on the school people to go to. Me in particular,
yes.
I did 4 years. I did it while in college.
Okay.
So I did 4 years of college, then I came to this company, and they kind of prepped you on that plane.
All right.
So it was about 4 years of training for me. That's how I chose to do it.
Okay, great.
Some people do more or less.
Okay, so that's really cool. So about 4 years of training and preparation to find your way into this profession.
I know some people that do it in 1.
Yeah,
I know some people that do it
10
as a hobby, you know.
Oh, wow,
they could take 10 years.
So a lot of options.
There are lots of options.
Go your own pace.
It's funny, I think that's the way with a lot of jobs, and especially with flying, it seems so, like there's one way, there's so many ways to do it.
Yeah.
And there's so many planes and so many jobs to work for, and so many, you know, you think pilots do one thing, but there's a lot.
Yes.
Until you start asking questions, you realize there's a lot of different avenues.
Wow. Incredible. Now, would you mind telling us a little bit about some of the instruments that you use to fly? I think it's just amazing that you can fly in the dark of night, you can fly in a storm, you can take off or land in fog or clouds. I am just completely astounded. Tell my kids a little bit about that. I know they're going to love it.
Okay, sure. What should we start here? Well, let's start with this, maybe.
Yes.
This, it's our control wheel. It's almost like the wheel of a car, where it's, you know, turning left and right, and except in the plane you have this whole other dimension of up and down.
Okay, so, moving through three-dimensional space.
Yeah, it almost feels like a video game sometimes.
Oh.
And, this is like our gas pedal almost.
Okay.
Fast, slow.
Yes.
And then we rely rely a lot on these screens here on the left. It's kind of like that's almost like a little plane.
All right.
And when we're in the clouds and we really can't see anything in there, we're relying a lot on our screens to give us the information of maybe how high we are, or what the attitude of the plane is, or how fast we're going.
Yeah.
So yeah, these screens are really important for when we're in clouds.
Okay.
It's a lot of our engine instrumentation and things like that.
Really, really neat.
And my favorite switch turns on the lights.
Nice.
So everything can be lit up for at night.
All right, you guys. That is a beautiful sight.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming up.
Well, I am so thankful that you guys gave us a minute of your time. Thank you so much.
Always, always.
All right, so what's the most wonderful or interesting place that you've been as a pilot?
First time landing at a big airport, Chicago O'Hare. First time doing that, I feel like I made it.
That's cool. That must have been a great experience. How about you, Morgan?
I want to say... that's a good one. I'm going to go with Montreal. That was the first time I ever left the country.
Okay.
And that was really, really cool for me.
Wow. Yeah. And so it was your profession that gave you the opportunity to travel, to go to places beyond the United States. That's really, really special.
Absolutely.
Amazing. All right, and then one final question. What is the most intense or scary experience that you've had flying airplanes?
Ooh, wow. I would say it usually comes down to one of two things. It's either weather or a maintenance issue. And I feel like in my personal experience, it's a lot of weather.
Okay.
And you know, people want to be places on time.
Oh, yes.
And you know, we have a job to do. But sometimes you have to make, and that's the big part of this job, is making the safe decision of being like, you know, it's too stormy, it's too windy, there's too much lightning.
Yeah.
We're not going. So it was probably telling people in my company, you know, no, we'll wait a little bit.
Okay.
And that can be an intense decision sometimes.
That's interesting. So yeah, working with people is a big responsibility, keeping people safe.
Yeah,
how about you, Brandon?
So I wouldn't say I've had any frightening or scary, intense experiences at this job, but I would say, as far as flying goes, the most intense experience would be the first time I ever flew an airplane by myself.
Okay.
When I was the only person in it.
So I can picture that.
Yeah, it was all on me at that point.
Amazing.
But I felt prepared and ready, and accomplished.
Wow. Wonderful. Well, thank you again, guys. Have a wonderful day.
You as well.
Continue to enjoy your work. Thank you very much for inspiring my 4th graders.
Oh, good.
My kids are going to dream big thanks to what you've shared with us.
I hope so. Thanks for coming and saying hey.
You bet. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Where are you off to now?
Oh, you know what? We're headed for Philadelphia. That's our final destination.
That's where I'm from.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yep, it's a great city.
It is.
Yep, well, enjoy the work.
Yeah, appreciate it.
And thank you again. Bye-bye.
Have a good one.